Hi, I'm Jill from June Tailor. We've all heard of paint by number. Well, now we have sew by number, also called quilt as you go, where you're actually taking batting that has numbers on and you're sewing your quilted project by number. So we're going to show you how to make this gorgeous placemat set and several other things, all quilt as you go. So when you get your package home, it'll look like this. You're going to want to take the batting out and just smooth it out like this with your hands. There are going to be 6 placemats in the kit. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut them out, but leave about an inch around all 4 sides. 2 notions that are handy to have is our quilt basting spray, because we're going to actually use that to secure the backing to our placemat. And if you have starch, we used our Starch Savvy, which stiffens the fabrics, and that's handy when you're doing quilt as you go because everything is finger piecing until your top is completely done. So a little starch and basting spray are handy. Now we'll cut out our placemat, and the first thing we're going to do is attach the backing. And I've got that done here, so you can see my blue backing attached with quilt basting spray. And then we're going to starch our fabrics so they're nice and stiff. And you can see I've got that done here. Once they're starched, we're going to cut them out according to the directions. And we start out with an 8-inch square and a 2-inch strip. And the 8-inch square is the first piece, so it goes in number 1. And you can see the batting has numbers on it. And we're always going to be sewing 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and so on. So I center piece 1, which is this square, onto my placemat top. I take piece 2, right sides together and raw edges even against piece 1. So you are actually going to then sew in 1/4 of an inch. I want to reiterate, these are placement lines, not sewing lines. So you line up raw edges, always sew in 1/4 inch. When you flip that open, it's going to land right on the next line. And I've actually got that done here so that you can see. Here is my 1/4 inch seam allowance. I flip it open and finger press it, it lays right on the next line. The next thing we're going to do is add piece number 3 right on the raw edge here, stitch in 1/4 of an inch right along here and flip that open, and that will look like this. So now my placemat is coming together. It's been stitched through the front and it has also been stitched or quilted on the back. We're going to continue on adding piece 4 and 5. Piece 4 is there. Piece 5, right sides together, raw edges even, stitch through all layers in 1/4 of an inch. And that will look like this. And then we continue on adding pieces 6 and 7. Again, right sides together, sew in the 1/4 of an inch and flip open. And we'll continue on until we have all of our strips sewn. And that's going to look like this. The last step is we have you cut a square in half diagonally, and then those pieces will go onto our corners 18, 19, 20, and 21. So right sides together, raw edges even, and you're going to flip that open and finger press it. So when all of those steps are complete, your placemat will look like this. And then what you're going to do is trim it. Now I'm going to give you a little close-up view of this, but if you pull up this corner, you can see that there's a little crosshair right here. And you just want to put your ruler along there and trim it into a rectangle. And then we're going to add our binding. And when all that is done, we have our completed placemat. And then we'll do the other 5 in the exact same manner. Our Casablanca placemat has a matching table runner, and that's called Morning Blend. And here's that. So it definitely is a beautiful complement to the placemat. I want to show you the exact same design now, the Casablanca placemat. And this is just done out of holiday fabric, so it gives it a completely different look. We actually centered a motif here that we love. We put a little extra quilting on that center area, which you can do if you like, but you don't need to. There's enough quilting in the way the pattern is laid out. If you like a little more quilting, go ahead and add that before you bind. Here is the matching table runner. We also have a design called Venice. Venice is comprised of 2.5-inch strips, and the Venice placemat has a pocket on the side, which is handy for your silverware or a napkin. And then here is the matching table runner that goes along with that. Again, if you have a lot of 2.5-inch strips, it's perfect for that design. And here's the holiday version of it as well. Isn't that pretty? And let's show you the matching table runner to go with that. We have a third placemat table runner design called Jacquarda. This is all 2.5-inch strips, so really easy, goes together fast. Here is the matching table runner. And here it is again, shown out of Christmas prints. And again, the matching table runner. Now, we didn't forget about your pets. We have a placemat for your cats and for your dog. These are so adorable and they go together really quickly. These are called our pet placemats, and this is for your cat and for your dog. Our tote bags are really popular, and we have those in 3 different styles. In addition to the batting, our tote bag also comes with this strapping material so that you can make the handy straps, and it's extremely durable. So you get the printed batting, the instructions, and the straps. We have 3 designs. This one's called Alexandra. It uses all 2.5-inch strips on an angle and goes together real nicely. And here's that handle material in there. This is another version of it in black and white, a little bit more for fall and winter. We also have a tote pattern called Sophie on our printed batting. This is 2.5-inch strips on the bottom and a 5-inch strip on the top. So if you have a focus fabric like this, that's a really great way to use it. Here's another version of it in batiks, which we also love. And then our third tote pattern is called Tori. And this is a really interesting pattern because there's actually a flying geese segment in here. But depending on how you lay out the fabric, you can see the flying geese easy, or you can see kind of this arrow type look to it. So this pattern has a lot of ways you can use different fabrics and look fantastic. We also have our baby bibs, and these are really fun to make. They come with batting, pre-printed of course, with 3 different designs on. And we'll start out with our basic easy one. This has a 5-inch square and you add a few strips to it. This one is a little bit more intricate. And then the third one has triangles on, so that one is really cute too. So 3 bibs, all different designs come in one kit. And then also we have this wonderful casserole caddy. This is a combination of 5-inch squares and 2.5-inch strips. So I'll show you what it looks like. We'll take our cake pan out. And this is the lining or the back side, and this is what it looks like on the front. So you can see all those 5.5-inch squares. One of my favorite products is our Quilt As You Go wine totes. They come 3 to a pack, so you get 3 different designs in one package. They're all really easy to make and a fun gift to give a bottle of wine or even a nice bottle of olive oil. They're great for carrying water bottles. They're super fun to make. So this is what the batting looks like when you get it out of the package. And again, we attach the backing just like we did with the placemat. Starch all our fabrics like we've done here, and it's the same process. So piece 1 goes in the number 1 slot, piece 2 right sides together, raw edges even, sew in a 1/4 inch, flip that open, and again we've got that done here just so you can see the progression. Just finger press. You're always sewing in a scant 1/4 inch, flipping open and finger pressing. You can see that our wine tote is coming together. We add our next piece on here as well. And when we're done, I've got it mostly pieced. When we're done, what we are going to do is trim around the edge, and we're going to add our binding. So at this point, when it's still laid open like this, we're going to actually do our binding along here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to work on the bottom. So what we do for this is we cut out the bottom of the wine tote, put our lining fabric on, and sew around the edge and through this X. You can see it on this side because we've used a contrasting thread. And then take your second piece of fabric like this, put it over the top, flip it back over, and sew right over those same lines again. So basically, you are encasing your batting like this, and then you're able to trim around it, and you have a finished circle, and that serves as the bottom of your wine tote. So that gets pinned in just right sides together like this, pinned all around the edge, and you can use these X's as reference points to do your pinning. And then you're going to stitch and turn right sides out, and you've got your finished wine tote or your bottle carrier. So these, again, are super fast to make, probably less than an hour. Here's a lovely Christmas version as well. So if you've got holiday gifts to give, this is a great way to do it. So these are the wine totes. We also have our 3-pack of reusable grocery totes. They are actually printed on a material called polypropylene. This is very, very durable material. It's what you see in many reusable grocery bags. It also comes with these plastic bases so that you can stabilize the bag. All 3 designs are a little bit different, and I've got them made up so that I can show them to you. Here is one of the designs, and this one actually has a little built-in pocket so you can put your grocery list in here. But I just want to open this up so you can see there's so much room in these totes. 3 big grocery totes would probably suffice for most of your grocery order. And this is another one of the designs that comes with it in the 3-pack. This one has a little angle to it. It's a lot of fun to make. And my favorite is actually this one because it has that braid in it again, and this is all 2.5-inch strips. And you can put some contrasting fabrics with it, and I think it looks so pretty when you have that nice lining fabric in there. But look at that, so much room in there. We also have an insulated grocery tote. And this is in a 1-pack because we figured you're probably going to need 3 of the regular totes, but then 1 that is insulated. So it comes with insulated batting. It also comes with the strapping material, and then it comes with these bands so that you can actually close your bag nice and easily. So when you've got frozen food or you've got hot food, either one. So you can hear that little crinkly sound. That's actually the insulated batting. And here we've got a little example of how those ties come around, and just hold it shut so that you can get home or get to wherever you're going with your insulated bag. So insulated comes 1 per kit, and the polypropylene comes 3 per kit. We also have our Quilt As You Go makeup bags. And our makeup bags come with our zippity-doo-dah pre-sewn zipper. So if you are not a fan of putting zippers in, you can actually cheat a little bit with these. So you get the printed batting and you also get the pre-sewn zipper. We did a little contrast stitching on this design right here. But these are the 2 sizes, so there's a large makeup bag and then a smaller one in each kit, along with 2 of the zippity-doo-dah zippers. And those come in 6 different colors: black, white, navy, red, camel, and gray. White, as you can see here, so pretty. This is the black version right here. And again, I'll just open this up so you can just see, you know, it really, it holds a lot. There's mirrors and hairbrushes, and this is a large bag. So again, the zippers come in black, white, navy, red, camel, and gray. Each kit comes with the printed batting for 2 and 2 of the zippity-doo-dah zippers. We hope you've enjoyed seeing some of our Quilt As You Go products. We have many other products online as well. Check our website, www.junetailor.com. And if you make something Quilt As You Go, please share it with us. We'd love to see your finished projects.